haven't brushed my hair yet, but that's okay. I'm still going to do this video. Welcome, friends, to our Nurse Prepper channel. Today I'm going to be talking about living with autism, as we have been touched by autism in our family, and I'm also a registered nurse who has worked with autistic families. And let me go ahead and start by saying that yesterday we were talking about how you have to be a life coach for your child, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. And if nothing else, if you are newly diagnosed or your family is, and you are feeling overwhelmed, I'm not even going to look at my notes. I had some notes here, but today I just try and just go kind of free form, if you will, I guess. And just want to touch on those basics of, you have the diagnosis and you don't know what to do. Well, one of the things that is really some of the things that we focused on was really find everything we could about autism, Asperger's most specifically, and just inform yourself as to what are the symptoms, signs and symptoms, and try to recognize what is going on in your child and really become a good advocate for them, because advocacy is one of those skills that sometimes we don't get taught in school, and we have to learn them ourselves in general, but even more so when you have a child with autism or Asperger's. So you really want to be a good advocate, but also teach them how to advocate, self-advocacy, teach them to advocate for themselves. And so one of the things I want you to really understand is that when you first learn about this, it's very, very overwhelming. You may get a little sad, depressed, or, almost like a sense of loss, I guess. It's kind of like, what I went through with my child last year when he graduated from high school. It's almost like a sense of loss there too, because, your little babies are growing up and they're going out into the world, and you're like, oh my God, how did this happen? So it's kind of like the same thing, almost that feeling of a little bit of sadness. But once you initially get through that, you really want to focus on helping your child, because it does them no good to be sitting there and just, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but just kind of dwelling, that's the word, dwelling on what it is. It is what it is. So if you are facing this challenging condition, then you want to be able to tackle it head on. And some of the ways you can do that immediately as of now, even before you may even go to the doctor or get some therapies or treatment, is to really get yourself organized. Organization is the name of the game. If you're not organized, you're going to be even 100,000 times more overwhelmed, because there's going to be a lot of information coming at you. And one of the things I recommend is you simply start a binder. You know how a lot of times we do those home management binders, or just any fun binders, and I don't know about you, but I'm a big geek when it comes to journals and organization and that sort of thing. I have another channel, by the way, if you'd like to check it out. It's really good planning, and I do all types of binders there. And I was thinking of doing probably like an autism/Asperger's binder, maybe for this channel, but maybe I'll include it over there too in a little bit different way. I don't know, because I don't like to double my content in my channels, but it might be the same type of topic, but a different type of video, if that makes sense. But anyway, so what you want to do is get yourself a binder, dividers, basic paper, and a good pen that will never, a couple of pens that will never run out, because it's getting to the time where we're going to be talking about IEPs and individualized educational plan. That's what IEP stands for, where you and the parent, being the parent, and sometimes the child, if they're old enough, they will participate in a big meeting at school with a lot of professionals and different people that will have information on your child, and then you guys together will sit down and make the best educational plan for your child. Or not necessarily the best, but we'll get into that later. But yeah, so for today's video, I just want to encourage you to get organized. Get yourself a binder, dividers, paper, pencils, pens, and get yourself a big bag, like a tote bag where you can carry all this stuff, because you will start getting information that you'll need to carry back and forth to meetings. And read everything you can, get educated, make some notes. I'm a big believer in journaling notes when I'm reading books, any type of books. So get yourself a journal that is just an autism journal where you can jot down some of the things you want to remember. And then we'll get into more in the next video. So thank you so much for watching. Remember to be healthy, well, happy, and organized. Many blessings, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, friends.